Good evening, students. Let us pass on to the second poetry in Unit 2 in our Tiruvallur University's syllabus, Foundation English, DLE 30. The second poetry is Paradise Lost, John Milton's Paradise Lost. I would like to give the Tamil explanation first. இழந்த சொர்க்கம், பேரடைஸ் லாஸ்ட் அப்படின்னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? இழந்த சொர்க்கம் என்னும் பெருங்காப்பியம் ஜான் மில்டன் என்பவரால் எழுதப்பட்டது. இழந்த சொர்க்கம் என்பதில் 12 புக்ஸ் வந்து இந்த ஒரு போயம் தான் இது. ஆனால் இது 12 புக்காக பிரித்து எழுதியிருக்காரு ஆத்தர். இந்த கொடுக்கப்பட்ட இந்த பகுதியில் சாத்தானின், அதாவது சாட்டன் அப்படிங்கிறவனோட பேச்சும் இழந்த சொர்க்கம் முதல் புத்தகத்திலிருந்து எடுத்து, அதாவது புக் 1, அதாவது 12 புக்கில் ஃபஸ்ட்டு புக்லேருந்து எடுத்து கொடுக்கப்பட்டிருக்கிறது நம்மளுடைய இந்த போயட்ரி. இதில் சாட்டனோட ஸ்பீச்சை பற்றி சொல்லியிருக்காங்க. சாட்டன் அப்படின்னா யார் அப்படின்னாக்கா சாத்தான்னு சொல்கிறது. சாத்தானும் மனிதனும் எப்படி சண்டை போட்டுக்கிட்டாங்க அப்படிங்கிறத பற்றி சொல்கிறது. தவறி விழுந்த துணையாளியாகிய கூட்டாளிகளின், அதாவது சாட்டன் அப்படிங்கிறவன் எப்படி உருவானா அப்படின்னாக்கா, காட் வந்து பேரடைஸ்லேருந்து அவரை எதிர்த்து பேசினவங்களையும் அவரை எதிர்த்து நின்னவங்களையும் இது நரகத்தில் பிடிச்சி தள்ளி விட்டுருவார். அதுலேருந்து உருவானவன், அதில் யார் லீடர்ஷிப் குவாலிட்டி எடுத்துகிட்டு இருந்தான்னாக்கா இந்த சாட்டன்கிறவன். ஓகே, ஸோ எனவே வெளிச்சமும் பேரின்பமும் கொண்ட இன்ப உலகத்தை அடைவதற்கு எண்ணி எண்ணி ஏக்கம் கொள்கிறான். அவன் வந்து தப்பு செஞ்சதுனால காட் அவனை தூக்கி ஹெல்லில் போட்டுடுறாரு. ஆனால் மறுபடியும் அங்கே போய் எப்படி இது பண்ணுறது அப்படிங்கிறத இவன் வந்து போராடிக்கிட்டே இருக்கான். யார்? சாட்டன். நரகத்தில் தெய்வீக ஒளிக்கு பதிலாக துன்பமிக்க ஒளியே சூழ்ந்திருக்கிறது. அங்கே வந்து ஹெல் வந்து எப்படி இருக்குன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். நரகம்னா என்னன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். ஸோ அது கெட்டவங்களுக்குனாகவே உருவாக்கப்பட்டது நரகம். கடவுளை யாரெல்லாம் எதிர்த்து போராடி சண்டை போட்டாங்களோ அவங்களுக்குன்னே தனியாக கடவுள் உருவாக்கி அங்கே தூக்கி அவங்கள போட்டுட்டாரு. ஸோ அதுலேருந்து வரத்துக்கு இவன் ரொம்பவே ட்ரை பண்ணுறான். கடவுள் சாத்தானை விட மேம்பாடு கொண்டவர். கடவுள் வந்து எல்லாத்த விட பவர்ஃபுல் இல்லையா? அவர் கடவுளை யாரும் எதிர்க்க முடியாது. இப்போது கடவுள் ராஜாதி ராஜா. இங்கே இந்த புக் 1 பொறுத்த வரைக்கும் எப்பயுமே அவர் தான் ராஜா. பட் இதில் வந்து பர்டிகுலராக சொல்கிறாங்க. எனவே சாத்தான் கடவுள் இருக்கும் இடத்திலிருந்து சற்று அப்பால் இருக்கவே அவன் விரும்புகின்றான். சாத்தானை பொறுத்தவரையில் சாத்தான் கடவுளுக்கு நிகரான மெய்யறிவு கொண்டவன் என்று என்கிறான். அவன் என்ன செய்கிறான் அப்படின்னாக்கா, ஐ எம் ஆல்சோ ஈக்குவல் டு காட். கடவுள் என்ன பெரிய இவரா? நானும் தான் சாகாவரம் பெற்றவன், நானும் கடவுளும் ஒன்று தான், ஈக்குவல் தான். எதுக்கு நான் வந்து அவருக்கு கீழே இருக்கணும் அப்படின்னு சொல்லிட்டு அவன் அடிக்கடி காடுகிட்ட இதை தான் சண்டை போடுவான். ஆனால் கடவுள் சாத்தானுடைய வலிமையும் ஆற்றலும் மிகுந்தவர் அப்படிங்கிறத இந்த பேரடைஸ் லாஸ்ட்ல மில்டன் சொல்லியிருக்காரு. இதை பற்றி தான் இந்த போயட்ரியில் நம்ம பார்க்க போகிறோம். First, let us see the author, about the author as usual. So, the author of this poetry is John Milton, and Milton was born in London on 9th December 1608 and was educated at St. Paul's School. At the age of 16, he entered Christ College, Cambridge, and even as an undergraduate, he commanded the respect of his college mates for his scholarship. During his stay at college, his earliest poems were written. During the Civil War, he opposed the Royalists and was a steadfast supporter of Oliver Cromwell. In 1649, after the execution of Charles I, he was appointed Latin secretary to the Commonwealth, and he was suffering from poor eyesight and for a long time, and he became completely blind in due course. And with the restoration of Charles the Second in 1660, he lost his official position. Milton's fame chiefly rests on his achievement in writing Paradise Lost, the great epic in English. His other famous works are Paradise Regained, Samson Agonists, Camus, and El Allegro in Panicraso and Lycidas. Among his prose works, Areopagitica has won distribution as an impassioned plea for the liberty of the press in the age which discounted any such freedom. It has to be remembered that his great poems were written when he was in the state of complete blindness. Only after his blindness, his works were become familiar. Okay, so let us see about the poem. What is this poem? This Paradise Lost, Milton's Paradise Lost, is based on the story of the fall of man mentioned in the Bible. Yes, in the Bible it is mentioned clearly. So it is talking about this thing. And in this, in its first book called the Genesis, the Old Testament tells us of the creation of the world, of fishes, birds and animals. As the crown of creation came man at the end. Adam was the name of the first created man. So the man, who is the first created man? The Adam. God created Eve, a woman, to be his wife and companion. Adam and Eve dwelt happily in a beautiful garden called Eden. They were masters of the garden and all that it had, except for one thing. God had commanded them not to eat of the fruits of a tree called the tree of knowledge. Eve was tempted by Satan in the form of a serpent to set the forbidden fruit. Adam followed suit. God came to know of it and punished them by driving them out of Eden. Misery and happiness came to the world as a result of their sin. Milton tells his story in his own way, which may not be approved at many places by Orthodox Christians. According to the poet, God begets a son. The archangels and angels in heaven are to esteem the son as next to God. Saturn, one of the archangels, considers the dignity given to the son as unjust. He incites a rebellion of heaven. A regular battle is fought. Saturn is ultimately defeated by the sun. He and his followers are thrown out of heaven into chaos. He and his followers are thrown from the paradise and they put into the chaos. Chaos means the hell, Naragam. They fall into the hell, a new world created specially for their punishment. God only created this new world, chaos, that is the hell, specially for the severe punishment of the Saturn and his followers. The first book of Paradise Lost opens in the middle of the story. Following the examples of the epics of Homer and Virgil, we have a description of Saturn and his army lying unconscious on the burning lake of hell. Saturn is the first to recover. He then rouses his lieutenants as followers. They build a palace called Pandemonium, where a meeting is held. Now let us see the prescribed syllabus for you, the first 1 to 8 lines. The first 1 to 8 lines talking about Saturn's yearns again and again for the region of light and glory in heaven. He is now no more the first of angels. He has lost his primary importance. The sad light has in exchange for the divine light. Saturn practically admits the superiority of God. Now God is the king. God can arrange and order things. It is always better to be as far away from God as possible. God, according to Saturn, is equal to him in reason, but is superior one in his force and strength. This is the thing taken place from 1 to 8 lines. Next, from 9 to 15, when Saturn finds that there is no escape from hell, he accepts his lot with full patience and fortitude. He knows that it is for God to decide what is right and what is wrong. He bids farewell to the heavenly field, to the field of joy and eternal happiness. He hails the horrible world, the infernal hell, and tells hell to receive him as its new possessor, and then he attempts a small description of himself. He says that he is one whose mind cannot be changed by place and time. Then he makes a generalization. He says that it is a mind which makes the heaven and the hell. So this is taken place in the 9 to 15th line. Okay, now let us pass on to 16 to 20. In the 16 to 20, Saturn does not lose his personal identity. He takes his stand on the personal integrity, on the self. Saturn means he is almost equal to God, next to God in power and intellect. He means to say that thunder has given God superiority over him. Hell is not such a place that God will grudge his possession of it. Saturn means that God will leave him free to carry on his own way. This is taken place up to 20th line. Let us pass on to the 21 to 23. After seeing the land of solid fire, Saturn bids farewell to the happy fields and accepts the field of fire as the place of his residence. He says that they can find a kingdom of security in this place of hell, and the desire to ruin and to be a ruler is a worthy desire. He says that it is better to be a king and master in hell than be a servant and slave in heaven. Let us pass on to the 24th line to 30. Up to 30 lines you have for your syllabus, and this is it. Saturn asks why they let their faithful friends suffer, the partakers of their loss and defeat, to lie stupefied on the lake, causing forgetfulness in them. Again he asks why they do not summon them to share with them this wretched abode at once. More with gathered force to embark on further hazards and see what they may reconquer of heaven, or what more losses they may sustain in hell. The land of solid in an unhappy region. Now let us see what are all the important incidents taken place in these lines. Saturn, the chief enemy of God. How? John Milton's Saturn is a typical example of exemplary leadership and bravery. He infuses hope and courage in the crestfallen angels. He is the chief enemy of God. He thinks that his position is no less important than that of God. He is defeated in his fight against God. He is driven to hell along with his followers. Beelzebub is his main follower. He admits to supremacy of God. He expresses his despair, regain heaven, or try to lose hell. Saturn says that they have lost their battle, but that is only the physical loss of the battle. Spiritually, in the heart of hearts, in its mind, it remains the unconquered and unconquerable one. He has a courage that will not submit to God and to the potency of God. The battle has given them a new experience and a new insight into the matter of things. With his experience and with this indomitable will, they will fight with God and try to regain heaven, or at least try to lose hell. Out of despair and total disintegration of mind, Saturn bids farewell to the happy fields of liminal heaven where he stayed. So this is the mentality of Saturn in this story. Next, Saturn calls himself the new possessor. How? Having bidden farewell to the field of heaven, Saturn has to hail the field of hell. There is a hell before him, beneath him, and above him. He knows it is a place of horror, and he hails that horror. It is a hell profound, deep and wide and vast. And now he says that he shall be possessor of hell. He calls himself the new possessor, the new master. He then generalizes, saying that the fortunes of hell can be converted into pleasures of heaven. It is the mind and only the mind that makes hell, a heaven. It is depend upon the mind. It is all within the powers of mind to convert the hell into heaven and heaven into hell. Better to be a king in the hell than be a servant in heaven. That was the thought of the Saturn. After seeing the land of solid fire, Saturn bids farewell to the happy fields and accepts the field of fire as the place of his residence. He says that they can find a kingdom of security in this place of hell, and the desire to ruin and be a ruler is a worthy desire. He says that it is better to be a king and master in the hell than be a servant and slave in heaven. That is the mentality of Saturn. Saturn's speech shows his pride. How the Saturn's speech shows his pride. Saturn's introductory speech shows his pride. No doubt he pretends to be humble, saying that if he is first in hell, it is only by general choice. But there is no mistaking the pride which underlines his speech. He asks the followers to debate how best that their former status may be regained, whether by open war or covert guile. His speech is a revelation of nothing but pride and passion. Thus, Satan's speech is exciting. So, this is the poetry. This is the poetry prescribed for you. So, what is taken place in this poetry is the Satan and his followers often against to God. So God only created the heaven, and they are the angels taken place in the heaven. They often oppose God, so God punished them and put them in the hell. The hell is a place which was full of fire, lot of worries. This is the construction of the hell. After the war between God, they were sent to the hell by God, and Satan says it is best to be in the hell as a king, while compared with the living in the heaven as a servant. So that is the poetic lines prescribed for you from the book 1, Paradise Lost. Thank you.